airport, definitely about to leave the NOLA. It was such an amazing time I had with my dad, just spending time with him, being there for him, supporting him, loving on him, praying for him. It was so much needed, and I just was glad that I came to just see things for myself and just, be there for him for real. I had an amazing time with my brother James. It was awesome. I love, every time I come, it's always family and just love. I had an amazing time with my mom, my other mom, my little dog Oreo. It's cool. I was just kind of in and out. I really wanted to just come and check in on my dad and just be there for him. So I really was with him like the whole time, basically. But it was so needed. It was also like a relaxing trip at the same time. I really enjoyed myself. It was awesome. But now I'm headed home. I definitely will be doing a story time when I get home. Just a little input on a little things, just to kind of clear up the confusion that's going on in the comments and different things. But that will be my last time speaking on it, and I hope you guys can move on as I'm trying to move on as well. And yeah, y'all, but I am good. I'm good. Thank you guys for all the prayers and the concerns and everything. But everything is good, I promise you. God's gonna lead us all, the way that we need to be and where we need to be. Just know I am right where I'm supposed to be, and that's really what matters. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna definitely get back at y'all on the next clip. Once I make it, I'll let y'all know when I touch down in Atlanta, and y'all already know I'll get back at y'all. Okay, you guys, like I told y'all, I was gonna have a little story time, taking a walk on the Beltline. It's a pretty day in Atlanta today. I made it back home safely, you guys. I just kind of wanted to kind of clear up the confusion. I know a lot of you guys are just kind of concerned about everything. And I would say, I'm going to start off by just saying, thank you for supporting me. Trying to understand me as a person, you know what I'm saying? And just understanding that we are all not perfect people, and at the end of the day, what's for you is gonna be for you. And I just want to state that at the end of the day, if you are a true supporter of mine, you will understand that what's my happiness, that means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? And I may understand what you may want and what you have seen, but just understand that situation with me and Frankie, it did not work out. You know what I'm saying? It was rushed. It just didn't feel real. And yeah, as I was saying, I'm just all about people being their authentic self. You know what I'm saying? And, just being honest. I'm big on honesty. I've started my relationship off with honesty, and I wanted that, I wanted that in return. And I can understand, it's hard dating when you kind of, you got to kind of see if a person is fooling with you for you, it's just so many things with that. But I feel like me being in tune and with God, and he shows me, he tells me, I just feel like in every step that I take, everything that I do, he's there. Like, he's letting me know, when my spirit don't feel right, if I feel like something's off, I'm usually right. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of a reason. And like I said, great guy, just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I don't understand the rush part. And I take accountability of saying yes, knowing that was something that was quick. But in that time, I was thinking, well, maybe, because I was so on my self-mastery journey, so locked in with God. And I just felt like, well, maybe God is sending me this man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's fast, but I didn't want to say no to something that was meant for me. You know what I'm saying? In a way. But at the end of the day, you got to know what's meant for you don't have to be rushed. And it's going to feel authentic. It's going to feel right. And like I said, that don't take away from the guy he is. It just wasn't done right. It wasn't just what I needed for me. And I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And for people who be like, you have to let a man lead. I'm aware of that, you guys. Believe me, this is not the first guy I dated. I know it may seem that way to you guys because I had this one relationship with this woman, and it was one relationship. You know what I'm saying? I've dated guys, you know what I'm saying? And that was not my first rodeo. And I know how I needed to be treated. I know how I feel within myself. So the decisions I'm making for myself, believe me, I know what I need, you know what I'm saying, and what God has for me. And that wasn't it at this point in my life. You know, I don't know how the future may, you know, prevail itself, but I know how I feel in this moment of time. That wasn't it, you guys. So I'm sorry for everyone that's, you know, that was rooting for us. I'm also sorry for putting and displaying that relationship quickly on the internet. You know, I should have took time within myself. So I take accountability of kind of putting that out there, you know. So I was just so excited, you know, never been engaged, you know, praying and like, oh my God, God finally, you know, sent me this person. But, you know, obviously it wasn't that timing for that. And so I take my accountability of posting so early, you know, letting him lead me in that impulsive way, you know. But like I said, I take my accountability with that. But I just wanted to clear up and just let you guys know we are no longer together. And also, I just really would love you guys, if you are a true supporter of mine, move on like I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? The comments like, where's Frankie, this, that, obviously he's not here, but I feel like I do owe some sort of, you know, explanation to let you guys, because I did show the guy, you know. So that's why I say this video, hopefully this clears it out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have that understanding. I don't have to go in too much of details of, you know, why it didn't work, but just if you read between the lines, you can't rush nothing that's meant for you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna go nowhere like that. And that's just the real basic of it. I mean, it's so much more, but I don't feel like I have to get into details with that. You know what I'm saying? I wish Frankie the best. You know, I believe he wished me the best, and that's just really that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to feel like, you know, that's not my heart to kind of go in on what a person should work on, this, that, and the third. I communicated that with him. Hopefully, you know, he takes that and maneuver through his life, you know, and don't make the same mistakes. And of course I won't. You know, I feel like moving forward, I definitely would be moving private with my dating life, you know what I'm saying? And not moving in post, and let a man move in post in my life. Let me take my time, let God lead, and let that happen genuinely, you know. And take your time, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal, you know. Take your time. It's no rush, you know what I'm saying? Of course we don't have forever, but that fast, absolutely not. You know, that wasn't called for. But in time, you know, we come to our senses and we realize the things that we've done wrong. Like I said, I can take my accountability, and hopefully Frankie can take his. And that's just that. I'm a very, you know, strong-minded woman. I know what I want, you know. Doing well for myself. I feel like, you know, I deserve what I know I deserve. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for the perfect man, but I definitely know it's a man out there designed for me. And you know, I don't really let any of the negative comments get to me as far as what you guys think of my life, you know, but I know what I want for mine. And I truly, really, really love my real true supporters that really see through, you know what I'm saying, the journey that I've been on. Like, I've been through a lot, you guys, and I don't feel like I have to explain nothing to someone that wants negativity, you know what I'm saying, who thrives in that. You know, that's not me. I love positivity. I love even how I ended this relationship. You know, it was positive, you know, uplifting. Hopefully, like I said, that person can maneuver through his life better and make, you know, better choices, and, you know, take his time. You know, no need to rush. Anything was for you, you know, and that's just the real lesson to that. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to clear that up, you know, give you guys that little bit of story time. I hope you take that with ease. I hope you can move on just like I'm moving on. That will really mean a lot for me. And yeah, and just understand it is what it is. You know, things don't always work out. You know, how bad you could want something could work out. That's just life, you know, so you got to learn how to keep it moving. You know, life goes on for sure. And I'm really happy, you know. I don't feel sad about it, because I know this is the best choice. I know this is what it is, you know. It's nothing, and we both agree on that, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely the best choice for sure. So no need to be sad, no need to be none of that. It's just what it is, you know. And you never really know a person's intentions. You never really know that until you really get to know them. So that's just really it, you know. So yeah, you guys, so now I just feel like, you know, I'm just getting back to me, and all, like I say, my true supporters who are following and subscribing me for my journey and that I choose to display, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I take my mistakes for what it is, you know. I'm a living, learning type of person. Even like my people, they told me, you know what I'm saying, before, like, they like, you know, that was pretty quick, you know. But of course, if you're not gonna knock somebody's happiness down, so you're gonna kind of like hope for the best for the situation, you know what I'm saying? But none of my family is really shocked about it to that degree, because it was fast, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just feel like, you know, you have to kind of hit your own head sometime, and, you know, kind of live and learn through your own lessons. And I'm one of them type of people, but I bet you I do live and I learn, you know what I'm saying? So going through these experiences that I've been going through with relationships, the one that's gonna really be me, like the one that's gonna be for me, is gonna be, I know it's gonna be, I need all of these experiences. I need all that's happening, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's like I'm not really sad, you know. It's like, okay, I'm getting it, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely not just all on one person, but it's like when you are growing and thriving through life and you know what you want and how things are. I am a person, I believe, like, you know, I have wisdom up here to know better, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you know better, you do better. So you're not gonna just be in something knowing deep down like, nah, this is not how this supposed to go, you know. So I couldn't do that, you know, I couldn't do that any longer. But I just feel like now I'm just getting back to me, back to my self-mastery, you know. I feel like I met him in a journey where he came into my life when I was really thriving in that lane, and I want to get back to that fully, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I still want to do therapy. I'm still seeking things within myself that I want to work on within as well. So it's just like I wasn't fully there anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if that was the man for me, that would have helped even elevate, you know what I'm saying, become more of the woman that I needed to be. You know, I feel like the man for me, I'm just gonna know. It's just gonna be it's just a feel, you know what I'm saying? And that's something you can't just force, you know. That's something that's gonna come so organic, and that's something I know. And now I just want to kind of just travel the world, you know. I'm definitely about to go to different cities. I'll definitely will be hitting up Chicago next, I believe. I'm excited, you know. I know you guys have good food like New Orleans, I've heard. I kind of want to see if y'all food better, because I'm gonna give y'all the real. If the food hitting better than my city, hey, I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm gonna tell the truth. Y'all know I don't lie about the food, nothing really, you know what I'm saying? So but I'm excited about that. I heard it's a real beautiful city. I want to catch it before getting cold. So I'm definitely I'll be hitting up Chicago next, you guys. So I'm excited about that, sometime in September. So I'll be planning that soon, and then, you know, wherever else I'm trying to go. Like I told y'all, my passport came in, so I definitely want to catch some overseas vibes. Just kind of, just like I said, get back to me, live my life, focus on me, you know, like I was doing. So, you know, just focusing on me. And when that relationship stuff comes back around, it comes back around. And I'm going to take my time, stay private, you know, a while, give it time, you know. Don't feel like you just got to just go into, nah, I've learned my lesson. I'm super good on that, you know what I'm saying? You have to really, really feel people out. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here, you guys. It's not an easy thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with loving myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with experiences that I'm learning within myself. So until that come, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. But I do believe God has a special man for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm a special person, and I'm very, you know, unique in a way, you know, and I don't feel like I'm like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am different, and it's good to feel that way. So yeah, like, I'm excited, you guys, you know, just about this whole new other journey of my life, you know. And I pray that, you know, you guys can come with me along with that, you know, with no negativity, you know, just understanding that life happens, things happen, and it's okay. It's okay. No need to be blaming this person, that person. Just know your faults, getting better in your life, and you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all love. wishing everybody the best. And like I said, I just wanted to clear that up, y'all. So I'm about to go get me some food. I just had me a nice walk. I just kind of wanted to get that cleared up so you guys can understand where I'm at within my heart, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just what it is. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to go grab some food and continue just enjoying my beautiful day, you know. Get back at y'all. Nice. We can go over here somewhere. Okay, you guys, so I'm at a place called Tacos and Tequilas. When I tell y'all, I haven't known about this place, and when I tell y'all, the salsa is really different. As you can see, I love that though. I'm not gonna fight for it. Very good. I like it. I ordered fried chicken tacos. Show y'all how I look when it come out. Yeah, y'all. This is a cool place. I love the patio. It's so nice. Oh, wow. Show y'all how the chicken tacos come out. Come, get back at y'all. This is so good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Perfect. Thank you. Oh my God, y'all. This is the fried chicken. God bless this food. Look at this. Oh, about to try. Oh, God. So good. So good. 10 out of 10, y'all. 10 out of 10. Oh my God. So good. I can't even swallow it. Fire. That was on. Tacos and Tequila. Check them out in Atlanta, y'all. Okay, you guys. So tacos and tequilas was so good. When I don't have anything to take home, it was that good. Definitely, y'all should try that out if y'all love tacos. Also, I'm going to end my video here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video, understand the video, and move on like I'm moving on, please. But I love y'all. Get back at y'all on the next video. Mwah.